Okay, next we'll take a look inside the pack. It's organized by convenience, so things that I need or may need during the day are higher towards the top. Things that are seldom needed or are not needed until night are at the bottom of the pack. It helps so that if you need to get at something during the day, you're not having to dig through the whole pack, take everything out to get at something that's stored at the bottom. So we'll see that unfold as the videos progress. Snap open this top. Everything gets snapped down tight so that the contents of the pack don't shift around while you're hiking. There's a cord here. Get it open and see what we find. First off, this is a titanium 750 milliliter camp stove. Can't get it out of here with one hand. Here's the camp stove. I will probably leave this bag with it because the lid does not snap on. It just sits on there, so I don't want to lose things. I have just a few miscellaneous things in here. A quarter of a bandana. I use that as a rag for washing up or wiping things down. So this is my stove. This sits on, not sits, but screws on to the top of a butane or propane canister. So you swing these open, if I can get them all the way open, and when it sits or screws onto the canister, the three arms there, the pot sits on top of those and it will hold it. You do have to be a bit careful that you don't knock it over. You don't want to knock your stove over while it's full of your food. You don't carry enough food to be spilling on the floor, plus that attracts creatures of all sorts. This is a microfiber towel, also for washing up. This is a little bit softer, so probably used more for washing face and arms and legs, getting some of the day's trail dirt off. And then this is the stove. Sorry, this is the pot. Has handles. It's hard to do all this one-handed. So you open up the handles and now you can hold it while it's hot. 750 milliliters, it's pretty small. I'm hoping that it's enough for single servings. I can put a cup of water in there and heat that up. Most of the food that I eat, I'll just be boiling water and then dumping the food in to rehydrate it and eating it that way. You don't want to have food in here cooking over the fire because this titanium is so thin that it almost instantly burns to the bottom, and doing dishes is not something I'm not going to have Brillo pads and all of that with. So anyhow, so that's the stove. Next here I have an almost dry bag. This will keep water off of or out of the bag as long as the bag is not submerged. So it's more if there were to be a rainstorm or if I were to dunk into a river or something, stand up quick, it would keep the contents dry. So I put things in here that I want to have at the top of the pack for easy access during the day, and easy access but wanting them to be dry. So one of the things in here, this is my puffy. It's a down jacket. It's very lightweight, not very thick, but it's enough when you're out hiking that you'll pretty quickly overheat. So the puffy is more for in camp. If you're done hiking, a lot of times you'll put the puffy on to keep from getting a chill. If it's cold at night, I will put the puffy on over my pajamas and wear that to bed to help keep me warm during the chilly night. All right. Other things in this dry bag, my stocking cap. So I'll wear that hiking if it's cold out. I will also often wear that to bed at night. I don't have a hood on my, well, my quilt. I don't have a sleeping bag. We'll see the quilt in a little bit here. So the stocking cap will help keep me warm at night. My hoodie, if I wear that to bed, that also has a hood, so that'll keep me warm at night. Stakes for my tent. We'll see the tent in a little bit. These are ultralight stakes. I have two styles in here. One is a nail style, so it looks very much like a nail. It's a carbon fiber, very lightweight, very sturdy when you're going to put it in this way. You don't want to be bending it too much, but that'll be my primary stakes. And then I also have some of these stakes that are even lighter weight. These are very bendable. I almost could bend it with one hand. I'll use these to hold down the floor of the tent, so there won't be hardly any stress on them. It's just if it's a windy night, I'll hold that down, hold the floor of the tent down just so it doesn't flop around. But otherwise, if it's not windy, then these stakes here holding out the guy lines will be sufficient to keep the tent where it belongs. This is just a storage area, storage piece of fabric that goes inside the tent. I can put wet clothes in there. I can put my phone in there. Anything else, maybe something that I might want to have easy access to at night. So it just strings on the inside of the tent and provides some extra storage. Here is my battery for all my electronics, and then there's one USB-C cord in there. It's a 10,000 milliamp hour battery. That should be good for somewhere around 2, maybe 3 full charges of my phone. That's mostly just for sizing, for illustration though, because I won't seldom need to charge my phone more than one full time on trail. I put it in airplane mode at night and I turn it off at night. It's in airplane mode most of the day when I'm out hiking, so I don't need that much, but I have a lot of other equipment that uses battery. My Garmin, my watch, my InReach, my headlamp. There's lots of electronics that come with you, and I'll use this battery for keeping everything that I need charged on trail. All right, here are a pair of gloves. These are quite lightweight, but they're very warm. It's actually a brush-tail possum. It's a fabric that comes out of New Zealand, the brush-tail possum. It's actually an invasive species there, so they're happy to be getting rid of as many as possible. They found that the fur is very warm. It's a wool, but it's a hollow fiber, so unlike merino wool, which is a solid fiber, the hollow fiber is lighter but has a lot of the same warmth characteristics as regular wool, so that's nice. Here's my headlamp. Just has straps, so it's easiest to wear this with a baseball cap, or it would work on my stocking cap also, but some kind of headgear on your head, and then the straps go around and hold it in place. It has multiple modes of white light, and it also has red light. Red light is ideal when it's getting to be time for people to be going to bed, or maybe some people are already in their tents. the red light doesn't blind you at night like a white light does. So convention is, if it's after dark, if people are already in bed, then you turn on the red light. If you're hiking in the dark and you need to see, you turn on the lowest level of white light that you can still see what you need to, but the brighter the light, the faster the battery wears. So ideally you keep that at the lowest light that you need. This is a buff. I'll wear that on my neck and over my head as needed. It keeps the cold off of me, and you can also use it to protect from mosquitoes. Probably a little bit warm for wearing in mosquito country, but anyhow, the buff is very versatile. This is a wool buff. I have some Velcro here. This is needed when I buy a new pair of shoes. It helps hold the gaiter on. I have a pair of Cheaters reading glasses. These are just drugstore variety. I figure I'll probably break 2 or 3 of them along the way, so no need to bring good glasses. Don't want to bring my good glasses for reading, so I just bring a pair of Cheaters. I use those with my phone as needed, or reading menus in town, whatever. This is my med kit. It's a bit large. Most people don't carry this much in a med kit, but at least to get started, it has a variety of antibiotics and wipes and some sponge tape for wrapping things up. I have moleskin. If I start to blister, then I'll break out the moleskin, band-aids. So there's also a needle and thread in there. Just a variety of miscellaneous medical stuff. And that's it. So that's what's in the dry bag. All right, let's see what's in the next layer. This is a great big bag of food. This is not packed for backpacking. It's just kind of random food that I have. This will all go with me at some point, but not all at once. I'll have more variety, but basically this is what the food bag looks like. This plastic bag is odor proof. It should keep the critters from knowing that I have food in my backpack.